Babita, thank you so much for joining in. We're discussing Radiant Sports Pick World Cup Edition. This is an initiative where Radiant Sports Management has been trying to bridge the gap between the differently able sportsmen and the able-bodied sportsmen, and women on their own have also faced have gone through their own respective journey. So before we get into a lot of conversations, would love to hear a little about you and your cricketing experience.
Uh, I've started playing cricket since 2008. It's been 13 to 14 years now since I've started playing cricket. So it was a little bit difficult in the starting, but now it's going very smooth. So,
So what, since you're talking about your journey and you're also talking about the highs and lows,
yeah.
we in this show are definitely very keen to hear about the journey and the realizations, and how we could come out of issues that we possibly thought were roadblocks in our life. So since you mentioned that the journey was high and low, so what were the highs and what were the low in your career?
See, cricket, women's cricket, if we talk about women's cricket in the past 10 years back, then it was not much famous, and not all parents want to make their daughters a cricketer because it was not that much in fame. So, I when I went to the college, I saw that cricket girls also play cricket. So, I started playing from that, and from then I used to practice. My coach started me to force me to practice daily and get into cricket. So that was my journey when it started, and from then I was regular in my practice, and till now I was regular, so that's why I am playing till now.
That's fantastic. So consistency is something that's really kept up for you
Yeah.
and has been a path of victory for you.
Yeah.
And now that we're talking about victory, we're also in a very important sporting event. We're in between a sporting event where the World Cup, Cricket World Cup, is taking place. And we have two matches today. What are you expecting out of both the matches today? What are you forecasting?
I think in the next match, Pakistan and Sri Lanka, Pakistan has a little bit stronger side than Sri Lanka. So my hands would be for Pakistan, that Pakistan is going to win the game. They had the compact side, and both the teams have played only one match, but I think Pakistan has the stronger side than Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka has the younger side.
Right. I mean, it's always, when we have to talk about India and Pakistan and we look forward to India and Pakistan, we definitely want it to be a good game, but at the same time not make it very difficult for the Indian team as well. So yeah, I mean, let's see who's going to be winning in today.
Yeah.
And what are the important matches that you're really looking forward to in this World Cup at this point of time?
I'm a fan of India, so I would be following all the matches of India mainly. And I want India to win the World Cup. So, yeah,
Keeping our fingers crossed.
yeah,
What better way to get like the World Cup back home, considering you're playing on the home ground, isn't it?
yeah.
Babita, also wanted to touch upon and understand what are your thoughts on the para cricket. BCCI has formed a DCCI body, and there is a differently able cricket council now, which is sublet to four different divisions, which is the blind, wheelchair, physically able, and another. Wanted to understand what are your thoughts on that? How do you feel about it?
I think sports should be for all. Sports should be played by any. Is just that you have to be the will in you of playing the sport. So I encourage para cricket or blind cricket also. but anybody should play sports if he or she can.
Absolutely. And I think it's personally, when I saw para cricket the first time, I was super inspired. And, just like how me being a female, I feel very proud with the fact that I see girls playing cricket, and I feel like, wow, that's some strength that we have. And, it just kind of empowers me as a girl to see
Yeah,
that I can really play the game, and I can really go like hustle and run and work on my fitness. So this is an inspiration angle for me. And I feel like even with the para cricketers, whatever your disability may be, the fact that
yeah,
you've been able to go and represent the country across the world, I feel is super inspiring.
inspiring. I know. Yeah.
So, talking about inspiring in your whole career, what has been the most inspiring, uh, some conversation you might have with an important person that has stayed with you till now? What is that conversation like?
Actually, in my long career, I used to see my seniors only, mainly the seniors, and the um other seniors also in other teams, like Mitali Raj and Julian Goswami, Anjum Chopra, Reema Malhotra. I used to see them and follow their lifestyles, like how do they practice and what are their routines and all. So I used to follow them, and like how started doing that only. So these things makes me inspiring and makes me to do good further.
And talking about, now this is a serious level, talking about something funny. um, there have been like a lot of locker room conversations and things like that also that take place. So what has been the most funny incident that has happened in front of you?
Actually, there's no locker room conversation. We were having 4 to 5 friends in a team, and we were very funny. We had a group, so we started almost together, and we ended up together also. Like till we played for at least 10 years, I think, together. So we were having fun in the team, and no locker room conversations. If we become senior in the team, then there's no point of having the conversations in the room. We were very.
So what would your lifestyle generally be when you were in the playing ground? I mean, the times when you were practicing or you were playing, what was your day looking like?
Like we used to do gym in the morning, and little bit of rest, and after that we go to practice. We have practice sessions for at least 4 to 5 hours in the evening, so our day goes by like that.
And since you spoke about gym, you spoke about practice. I want to hear from you. What is the importance of discipline in your life?
Discipline is very important. In my point of view, discipline is very important because uh, I cannot wake up late in the morning. I used to wake up early. I'm a early morning person. If I don't wake up early, then my whole day is like very lethargic, and I don't like to do any many things in a day. If I wake up in the morning early, then my I have a lot of time for doing many things. So um, I think everybody should have a discipline, and everybody should have his or her protocols in her life.
Absolutely. I think that is something that will, discipline is something that, following the discipline is something that is going to help us achieve something in life.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. I mean, look at your journey you've achieved, and you're quite an inspiration yourself. So kudos to that.
Thank you.
Talking about the second match, we of course spoke about Sri Lanka and Pakistan today. What about the England and Bangladesh match? What are you predicting?
England and Bangladesh. England is a very good side, and uh, Bangladesh is a little bit lower in front of England. But I think that England has a major role in winning the this game. So I would go with England.
And what are the top five countries that you think are going to make it to the end?
India, I think India, um, England, maybe South Africa also, New Zealand, New Zealand, and Pakistan might be in the five.
What about, you mentioned Australia?
I didn't mention Australia.
I think Australia is going to make it to the top five, but let's see. Who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah,
So yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure about New Zealand. I feel like Australia is still on the stronger foot at
best.
this point.
Yeah,
But let's see. I mean, let's really see. Whatever it is, those next last 5 days, semis and the finals are going to be the most exciting games ever.
yeah. It's a long journey though. They might be having 40 matches more. Total of we have 40 matches before the semis and finals.
Yes, it is. It is a long journey, and it's just started. And with sports, that's what it is. That with sports, you can't tell any. It's so unpredictable that anything can happen at any point of time. So, and that's what keeps the game exciting.
Yeah, I know.
Talking about unpredictability, I wanted to check. How, have there been any uncertain or unpredictable moments in your life while playing, and you felt like, wow, this really changed my life? Have you had any moments like those?
Getting myself into cricket was a very unpredictable thing because I was a science student in school and I got admission in engineering in when I passed out my 12th. So I didn't go there because I had to go to Pune. So I didn't go there because of my family and things. So I took admission in Gargi College. So from there, my father told me that you have to do some extracurricular activities with college also. I want you to be busy for the whole day. So I started playing cricket from there. I was not into sports in school and didn't even dreamt of that I will be getting in sports. So I started playing from there. Then I played for 3 to 4 years from Delhi and performed well there. Then I got my job in railways from cricket only. So now taking cricket as my profession and everything, I am here, not an engineer or something else.
How do you feel about that? That sports has kind of led you to a, like a full-time job opportunity and
Yeah.
has got you the recognition. And but of course, like cricket was in your family, right? Like your brother has
It was
been
my
like,
family, but we didn't know that cricket is for girls also because that time that was not much famous, and we didn't know that girls also plays cricket and professionally they play cricket. I didn't know that.
and how did you eventually get into the game?
That's what I told you now. I when I took admission in college, then I one of my school senior was there in the college. She was in the volleyball team. She said me that anybody can play cricket. You also play. So I said I will see. Then I started playing. So my coach focused on me more. Then cricket got into my profession.
I read somewhere in an article that you and your brother would also play cricket together, and
Yeah, in
your
that
brother
because
was also a mentor to you and in your practice. How was that?
actually academy is going on in the Gagi college. So my brother used to practice there only, and I was studying there. So when my senior told me, I shared to my brother. Then he told me you should play cricket. You start playing cricket. Then I started from there, and we used to practice together. That's all.
Then you started liking the sport, and then life happened to you.
Yeah,
So nice, actually. Don't you feel good about it?
I feel very grateful about it.
uncertainty and going with the flow is definitely something that takes you to your own destination.
Yeah, it was all about by chance that I took up cricket and I am here now. I just follow cricket, and in my mind also, cricket goes.
Amazing. Have you ever considered hosting cricket matches, like doing commentary?
I like commentary, but I didn't do till now. I haven't done yet. Further, I'll see if
And
I
in
do.
case apart from just being a player, what are the other sporting activities or kind of jobs that what are the other jobs that you'd like to do in and around cricket that excite you?
I like training, physical training, fitness. So I might help my juniors in fitness trainings also, and I can coach also. Like having played for the long years, I can help my juniors in coaching also. I just want to be in the on the ground. Whatever be the thing, I'll help.
And another thing I wanted to ask you, Babita, that now that you have your own domestic life to look into as well, um, how much of a balance can you manage between playing the sport and balancing your personal life?
It needs a lot of balance. Needs many sacrifices also. Like we have to manage both, like domestic and professional. Also, we cannot. Uh, I mean, like we cannot bring in between my domestic life and the professional life. So we have to see many things, manage many things on the domestic front.
Super. Babita, I've had a lot of fun chatting with you, and I'm hoping that we can have a chat again, and let's see what the match is going to look like today. And there are 40 more days to go, so um, soon we'd like to get you on board once again and do some more discussion of trivia's and predictions, so that we see where we're heading. And of course, each India match we would like India to win, so we can bring the World Cup back home. Any last thoughts that you have for the World Cup or the match today?
For today's match, I just want to see Pakistan innings both in the batting and bowling because they have a compact side and they're playing their best. So I just want to see how much they can take out from their team. Just will follow the match and waiting for the result.
Here's looking forward equally, and maybe we'll get to discuss this later in the evening or soon. Thank you so much, Babita. We will be chatting soon, and thank you for your time today.
Yeah, thank you.